Welcome into the channel. This is Lunar Goddess Tarot. I'll be your intuitive guide and your reader today. So I'm going to take you guys on a journey through the tarot cards and the oracle cards, as well as tell a story for the divine feminine. So if you haven't already, go ahead and check out the sister reading to this, or the counterpart reading, so to speak. Haha, see what I did there? To this reading, which is the divine masculine reading, which premiered earlier today. So you'll want to check that out as well. So you can read these or listen to these for the inner masculine and feminine, as well as the outer masculine and feminine. So I highly, highly encourage you to read for both. Both are super, super potent and are going to give you some insight and direction for your individual journey. So I want to go ahead and call on my guides, my angels, the archangels, the ascended masters, my ancestors, and my star family to assist me in this reading, my higher self to guide me, to please allow me to be a pure vessel of divine truth, of compassion, and of clarity for the divine feminine energy here, to guide her on her journey at this present time. And please let her know what she needs to know, and let me be able to deliver the messages and communicate them effectively and clearly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Aho. And so we're going to just get right into this reading, guys. This is interesting. So 2 days in a row that we have the self-worth card for the feminine. So feminines, what is going on? What is it that is being kind of pushed out, you know, of your system? What is being brought up to the surface to be regarded, to be cleansed, to be cleared, to be eradicated? In terms of the way in which you see yourself. So the fact that this is coming out 2 days in a row, you know, this is something to look into, okay? So this has to do with your root chakra, your base chakra, and your sacral chakra. So root and base are the same chakra. For those of you not familiar with the chakra system, and the sacral chakra is, you know, that is the seat of your sexuality, your sensuality, your creativity, and really the divine feminine essence within all of us. The root chakra governs how we feel safe in the world, you know, how we are able to maneuver in the external world, in that physical, three-dimensional reality out there. So do you believe that you're worthy of this journey? I mean, this is something, you know, unworthiness is the number one fear, or the number one insecurity that everyone on this planet has. Don't care how successful you are. I don't care how perfect your life looks from the outside, or, you know, in terms of things, or have everything I want. The number one insecurity is that I am not worthy. I am not good enough. So, you know, part of the mission, okay, the group mission for Twin Flames is to help heal the sense of unworthiness that humans have, that literally is a program that resides within our very DNA, okay? And this, you know, if we think back to our ancestors and what they went through, did they feel like they were worthy? Were they not able to receive abundance? Did they live in scarcity or in a lack mindset? And if so, how is that translated into us feeling maybe guilty of receiving abundance? And this is huge. So where is it that you may have felt guilty, feminine, of receiving this unconditional love? Like, are other people in your life suffering? And so you feel like, well, who am I to accept this unconditional love? Who am I to accept this abundance? You know, if other people in the world are suffering, I should suffer too. So we have this sort of program of suffering that's been perpetrated throughout history. And part of the reason that you're here as a divine counterpart is to eradicate that program, is to bring into your awareness this idea and concept that you can enjoy this journey, that life can actually be pleasurable and fun. And that's the sacral chakra, that I can enjoy pleasure. Not just intimate pleasure, but that I can enjoy pleasure on all levels in my life. Money, receiving money and giving money away can be pleasurable. Being in my mission work, right? Being of service can be pleasurable. Being a friend, having friends, and, you know, giving advice or receiving love or giving love or companionship, that can all be joyful, that we can live life joyfully and we do not have to suffer. So for me, this is the program that we are doing away with, that says that we have to suffer if we're a human being. I just don't subscribe to that program. I did once upon a time, but I don't think that you should either. So if you want to fight me on that, go right ahead. But Because I know there's people whose egos are going to flare or this will trigger them because they're not potentially ready to receive this guidance that they could actually be free from their suffering. You know, as I've said many times recently, pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. Do you want to choose to suffer on this journey? Do you want to choose separation, or do you want to choose unity consciousness and realize that you're not separate from anyone or anything, including that tree in front of you, including the rug that your feet are on, including the lamp, you know, that lights the room, that lights your home, including the food that you put into your body. We are not separate. This is all an illusion that we are living separately from the rest of the world. I think it's time to ask yourself, feminine, how much do I truly enjoy my own company? How much do I truly love myself and accept myself? And what are the parts of me that I'm still struggling to accept, that I'm still struggling to love? And why is that? And if you don't know the why, that's okay. Just uncover the what for now. And then work with a healer, work with a coach, work with a therapist or a counselor, you know, a psychiatrist or whomever you wish to work with all the above if you can. And, you know, start to get some clarity. Why do I feel this way? I know what I feel, but why do I feel this way? How deeply ingrained is this subconscious programming that tells me that I am supposed to suffer? And can you see how this is playing out with your masculine in the way in which maybe they've acted or reacted in your physical space and your physical reality? Like, can you actually see how, holy shit, my counterpart is mirroring this back to me, this unworthiness, by telling me they can't be with me? Okay, they're acting out unworthiness in their own lives. When you feel unworthy, you feel unworthy to receive. To give and to receive. So it doesn't matter how many times when the masculine counterpart or the feminine is in the distortion of self-worth, okay, they're in distorted self-worth, okay, low self-worth vibration, they cannot accept the love that you're trying to give them. So if you're trying to give your counterpart love and you're trying to tell them how incredible they are, they're not going to believe you. They're going to run programs that convince them, okay, that perpetuate the myth that they are unlovable, which means they will run in the other direction. The more you love them, the more you try to show them, the more you're like, you're amazing, they're going to run in the other direction because they have to figure out the light that exists within them by themselves. The more you push them, the more they are going to be pushed away from you. The more you allow, the more you give them space, the more you just focus on yourself and your amazing, brilliant life, guess what? They're going to come into their own focus and clarity. And they're going to start to love themselves. Not because you need them to or want them to, but because you're loving yourself. And you're allowing them to go on their journey. Give space, guys. They're never separate. Just give space. There's nothing to fear. Fear less. That's what the masculine got today. Okay, so let's get one more card here for the feminine. Yeah, be still. And then we also got Mother Earth. Be still. There's a lot happening behind the scenes. There's just a lot happening right now on this planet. So be still and just allow things to come to you, feminine. This is part of healing the sacral chakra and the womb. It's part of knowing that you're worthy, is allowing the love, allowing the affection, allowing the connection, allowing your counterpart, allowing abundance and money and pleasure and joy to come to you rather than going out and seeking. I was a constant thrill seeker, a pleasure seeker, and that left me exhausted. In fact, it left me in adrenal fatigue. My adrenals were exhausted. And it left me in a place of constantly needing, constantly longing or wishing for something I didn't have, rather than accepting the abundance that's right within you, which then multiplies, triples, right? Quadruples the abundance that you already have. So the more you focus on what you don't have, what's out there, the love that's out there, the union that's out there, the more you're going to be shown how it's out there and it's separate from you. You guys, if you're finding this reading informational, if you're finding it entertaining, if you're finding it's giving you great guidance, please do like. It really helps the channel, guys. All you have to do is, it takes 2 seconds, like a millisecond, to like the video, and also go and subscribe to the channel. Share my videos on your platforms. That really, really helps my channel organically grow. It helps me and the work that I do get out there into the world. Guys, speak your truth, okay? Don't be afraid to harness the energy of your voice. There's a lot of throat chakra healing going on, and if you're wanting more of that, I talk about that in the Divine Masculine video. You're gonna wanna tune into that, guys, as well, because these are messages that the counterparts need to know today. It's what I was guided to do today. I'm not guided to do a reading every day. And if it feels like I'm pulling teeth, I'm not going to do a reading that day. If it feels like it's flowing and the ideas come in, those are the days that you're gonna see a reading or multiple readings from me, like today. So where is it, feminine, that you can use your voice to command? Where is it that you can use your voice to bring more love, bring more guidance, bring more honesty and truth and compassion into the world? This is a truth teller, and this is a theme that is coming up for both counterparts right now, is honesty, integrity, and truth. Okay, so it's like, this is what Mother Earth needs at this time. She needs truth. She needs the truth teller. She needs the healers to step up, because we are the ones in charge now. I know it may look like we've taken the lower timeline, but the higher timeline is just around the corner. Actually, we've already taken it. This is just a video that's playing out, guys. It's already happened. Your union has already happened. Your abundance has already happened. You've already won the lottery, so to speak. It's just a matter of you believing it so it can show up. Don't believe that it's out there, that it's not within your reach, because then you're constantly grasping for it. I'll be happy when and I'll be happy if are 2 really, really dangerous traps. Don't allow yourself to go to those places. Queen of Swords has this astute ability to cut through other people's bullshit or her own bullshit. So you're cutting through your own bullshit, and that's part of the self-worth program healing that you're doing right now. It's like, I'm so tired of my own crap and the stories I've told myself about how I'm limited. My happiness is limited. My abundance is limited. My love is limited. I'm so tired of that. So you're stepping into this arena of expansion, but it starts with your voice. That's why you might be feeling those throat chakra upgrades that I talk about in the Divine Masculine video. Go check them out. Both counterparts are strategizing at this time. Okay, you'll see that again in the DM video. So you guys are both strategizing your next move, so to speak. But it's really all about the mental space. You're clearing up the mental space right now. Both divine counterparts are doing that. All right, what's an obstacle for the feminine? 10 of Cups. So the obstacle might be that this has seemed out of range. Okay, it seemed like it's out there. So the challenge is to bring this into you, to believe that it's already happened, to believe that the future has already happened and transpired, and all you have to do is reach for it, and you will see it, you will experience it. Guys, reality can be bent, and your ego mind will fight you on this tooth and nail. Your ego mind will say, that's bullshit, shut up, just keep on doing what you've always done, keep on suffering, okay? Self-worth, keep on suffering, keep on living in lack, because you're not worth it, and life is it's just dismal. The odds are against you. The odds are dismal. You're never going to make it. If you've ever been around somebody who's very negative, this was the old version of me. People used to tell me I was negative, but I couldn't see it because I couldn't hear it. It was just my self-talk. It was what I had been taught to do. You chase it back or trace it back to your childhood, and you'll usually see a parent who has had negative self-talk. You'll see some sort of caretaker or somebody of substance in your life that has had negative self-talk. So you're just playing out this program because it's been programmed into your mind in the subconscious, but it's not really you. It's someone else's voice. It's the parental voice, okay? It's the inner critic and the inner parent that come out. And sometimes those 2 are intertwined. Sometimes the inner critic is the inner parent, usually most of the time, being hard on you. And your inner child's like, well, I'm not good enough. How could I accept this love? So you're dealing with this with the Queen of Swords, feminine. You're wiping the slate clean on these old programs that tell you that life has to be a struggle. You guys are both working on this, honestly. All right. What is coming up for the feminine to celebrate? Knight of Pentacles. I love that. You know, this is coming up in the past, I'd say 2.5 months now for the feminine. Abundance, abundance, abundance. Like the universe is driving that point home. Do you not believe it? Look, abundance, more abundance. 10 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, Queen of Pentacles comes up a lot for the feminine. This is the beautiful energy. You know, your masculine sees you in this energy. The Queen of Pentacles energy. This is that beautiful energy of being in that nurturing place and attracting everything to you. It's being magnetic. It's also about the energy of unconditional love for self and for others. It always starts with self. Everyone outside of you is a projection of the inside of you. It's a projection of your insides, your innards. What you think, what you feel, your programs, the systems that are running inside of you, okay? Yeah, the lessons are being learned right now about self-worth and where self-worth really, really sits. And what is self-worth to you? When you say I'm successful or I've made it, what does that mean to you, feminine? I've made it. Well, what does that mean? What does that mean? What pinnacle of success have you reached? You know, there's a lot to be celebrated here, feminine, with a Knight of Pentacles. This might not be the fastest moving night, but you have put so much work and blood, sweat, and tears into this creation of yours that there's just so much to celebrate. Now you get to sit back on your laurels and actually just witness the unfolding of your abundance. You don't have to work for it or chase it anymore, feminine. You're really independent and you're accountable for your actions. You're accountable for, this is part of the root chakra healing of the self-worth. You know, you're accountable for your abundance. You're accountable for your prosperity, for your success. It's a beautiful energy. It's a nurturing energy, nurturing your health, your wealth, nurturing your joy. Let's get some messages from your divine masculine, some love messages from the divine masculine to the divine feminine. First one out says, guys, he's fucking awake. He is fucking so awake. If you don't believe it, continue to suffer, because it's your choice. Pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. He's not awake, he did, and then you list off A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Great. Okay, that's great. How is that helping you and where has that gotten you? I know this is tough love, but this is divine truth. Where has that gotten you to blame your counterpart rather than looking within? But I've done my work, Sarah. Have you? Have we? Perhaps there's more to be done. Perhaps that work just means being still and learning to be still, not feeling like you have to chase after things. It doesn't have to be something active that you're doing. It could be something inactive. That's another form of healing that we're being guided to do right now. So just understand that if you point to your counterpart and say he's a sleeper twin, he's asleep, I'm the awakened one, you're putting yourself on a pedestal that you don't need to put yourself on. Your counterpart will feel unworthy. I'm telling you, you're going to project that unworthiness onto him, and he is going to show up in your physical world. This is not going to serve you or your union or your connection. And he's going to show up and say, I'm unworthy of you. I don't deserve you. You deserve better. It's exactly what he's going to say to you. So think about that before you put that out there into the universe. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. Exactly what I was just talking about. Thank you, Spirit. He's like, look, you have to forgive me. You have to let go of the past. You have to let go of things I said or the things I did when I was unawakened, when I was in distortion. I hurt myself by hurting you. I know who you are now. Like, please let me show you. But you have to open your heart. The heart has to be open. If the heart chakra portal is not open, the masculine cannot enter. I know this is a sacred union. He is so awake. Honor and treasure your relationship. He's ready to treasure it. Give each other some space at the moment and trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. You are my reflection. Please, I'm asking for space because you need space. If you're masculine, guys, hint, hint, if your masculine's taking space from you, it means he knows that you need space to heal. Ding, ding, ding. Little hint there for those of you who don't understand why separation is happening. You're not going to understand from a logical point of view. That's your head and your ego trying to figure it out. That's your mind trying to come up with a solution. It's never going to work. The answer lies in your heart. That's where you're going to find the solution and the answer. That's where you're going to be like, oh, that's what I need to do. That's the answer. And you're going to feel it because it's going to resonate. It's going to vibrate through your body. When something doesn't resonate, it feels yucky, and right in the solar plexus or the heart, usually those two places. When it's a yes, when something resonates, whether it's a food you should eat or a decision or a trip you should make, it's going to resonate in your solar plexus or your heart. So feminine, I hope this was helpful. Go and check out the Divine Masculine reading. I'm sending you guys lots of love and support on your journey, and I'll see you so soon. Take great care.